Hi, my name is Timo. Welcome to my land. I have to admit that I failed. A while back, I built an off-grid watering system for my plants here. I have some trees, some fruit trees, and some grape. And I thought I can be smart and make it gravity-based. I have this barrel, 50-gallon barrel filled with water, and I have a hose running to a whole bunch of stuff, whole bunch of plants. And I was gonna rely on gravity to do the watering. And while that's a great idea, definitely water wants to go down because it's heavy. However, the water distribution is not good. The problem is that as long as you have something that's not perfectly level, the water is not going to be distributed evenly. So today I'm going to fix that. I'm going to explain why it didn't work. If you don't care about doctorate dissertation, you can skip that part. But the most important thing is that to control the flow, I had to purchase one of these timers. That is the big upgrade. So this switch is an on-off switch, and you can adjust the cycle time and also how long the thing stays on and off. I'm going to add a link in the description to this controller. You can find so many other types, cheaper, more expensive. This is, I think it's a good medium range, kind of mechanical. You need this. Don't just rely on gravity, or what I did, I was trying to restrict the flow with this valve. It didn't work out. Some of the plants got some water, and the higher ones, like this one, this is on a high spot, basically didn't get any. I'm gonna explain why. Hi, Professor Toma here. Here's a sketch of the system. We have the barrel full of water, and just to keep it simple, we have two plants. This is the main half-inch pipe, and this is the quarter-inch pipe that goes to the individual plants. So these inserts these are restrictors. These guarantee 1 gallon per hour flow, every single one of them. I had 10 of these stations in my system, so if this system was on all the way, I consume 10 gallon total per hour. So I tried to use the red valve to restrict the flow. Here's the problem. If I wanted to get this water to last 5 weeks, which is roughly 50 days, I would need to consume 1 gallon a day. With the 10 inserts, my flow rate would be 10 gallon per hour, because we already established I have 10 systems, times 24. So 240, if the system was always on, 240 gallon a day. So you see that this valve should have been closed almost all the way. As a matter of fact, the flow that this restricts would be so much less to this flow rate that the individual inserts guarantee, that at this point these inserts completely lose their function. So what happens, you start to restrict the flow here instead of at the individual stations. What happens when that happens? Water is dripping just barely. It goes all the way down because it's not perfectly level. So what that means is that the water is gonna fill up, and it's gonna immediately, once it fills up, it's gonna go to the bottom plant only. So this plant never gets any water because the flow rate of this restrictor is so much higher than this one. So this is a stupid system. With the proper controller, we can turn this all the way on and all the way off. There's nothing in between. So that means when this thing is on, the water fills up all these pipes all the way until the restrictors these individual inserts, and then you restrict the flow right here so you can calculate it even better. I have 10 stations. Every station, every restrictor consumes 1 gallon per hour. This means that I consume 10 gallon per hour total. In the controller, I program this such that it goes on for 60 minutes or 1 hour every 3 days. So I consume 10 gallons of water every 3 days. If I have a 50-gallon barrel full of water, that means I have 5 times the amount of water, so it's gonna last me 15 days total, which is 2 weeks. 1 barrel. Let's say if I go to Hungary for 5 weeks, I have 2 options. I can either water more sparse, let's say once a week, or I can only water every 3 days for 20 minutes or so. This is how you do the math for a system like this when you have limited amount of water. This is rainwater I have been collecting in my off-grid system. I have a video about it. Check it out if you want to. I have 1,600 gallons of rainwater stored.